coming back. Everybody is 100% coming back. I'm just not sure about Brittany. I find Brittany thirsty as fuck. I'm okay if she goes. Bronwyn, I do feel is a liar. We got to keep our eyes on her. You know, I do think it was very interesting. I thought one of the most interesting parts of the thing was when Meredith, we learned earlier this season, she had the 10-minute phone call with Jen Shah. Really good point by Miss Rose. I just re-released recently my chat with Whitney Rose. I think it's so interesting when you listen to these first season chats because Whitney always knew what she was doing. She played so innocent. She always knew, girl. So I think Whitney had a good point though, where she's like, how is Meredith speaking to Jen Shah any different than me speaking to Monica? Well, the other ladies seem to think that Monica has yet to take, responsibility or has yet to apologize. She was actively planning stuff against us. Well, I mean, what? So she was planning stuff against you, and Jen Shah actually stole from the elderly. I guess there was a little bit of a difference, but Andy, I do think Andy had a good point where he's like, or Mary, I think has said this. Mary was like, actually, I think it was Mary, but Andy too. But Mary was like, I don't understand Meredith. She lied to your face up to the last minute until she couldn't lie anymore. I mean, she was innocent until she basically pled guilty. So I get it. I don't know why, but all I'm thinking is, man. Shaw is out in 2026, November, as we speak. She's going to be home next. She has one more Thanksgiving. It is February, people. Jen Shaw is home in 1 year and like 9 months. And that is today, a year and 9 months. I mean, we got no time left here, people. And if it might get pushed up again, my prediction is it's going to get pushed up two more times, maybe three, before she just gets out. Unbelievable. But is she coming back to Salt Lake City? I don't think we need her. A lot of people say they're not going to watch if she comes back. I don't know. TBD on this one, but I think Whitney had a good point. And the other thing I couldn't, before we share this mini chat with Juicy, it's actually not a mini chat, it's part of our very long chat, but it highlights the fight because I want everybody to watch it who wants to watch it. And we do talk about Teresa and Melissa a little bit, and Juicy is here. The only other thing that I can't unsee, yes, it was a great season of Salt Lake. And I think personally, whereas last season, I can't stop saying the husbands and rumors and nastiness. The things that really stick out this season for me are A, which nobody wants to talk about. Again, I sound like a broken record. I love when Meredith looked at Brittany and said, stop talking. I'm not interested in you. I still love it. It's not saying I'm not interested in what you're saying. She says, I'm not interested in you. I think it is such good shade. It's as good shade as Kathy Hilton, as Bose says. Oh, I thought PK was 56 when I met him. And Bose is like, that is some of the smoothest shade I have ever heard. Of course, hello, Bosey Bose. It's Kathy Hilton. Of course, it's going to be smooth shade. She has a whole staff preparing the dinner, and she's stressed out, not having to do anything. And she puts the little name cards in the lemon. Oh, Kathy Hilton. Shannon Bador, you don't own lemons, darling. But I don't even know what my point was. So my point was I can't. So I love that saying of Meredith, and the other saying, the second saying was yes, the high body count here is actually fucking just it's brilliant. Okay, Angie. But you know what I can't unsee? Not next season, maybe not even the season after. Eventually, the cast has to change. I just see Meredith as being the first one of this group. I guess I'm taking Bronwyn out of it, of the OGs, of Heather and Whitney and Lisa and Meredith and Mary. I kind of see Meredith as being the first one to maybe exit, And again, not next season. I love watching Meredith. I think Meredith is so interesting to me to watch. I really do. She has like that Erica Jane it factor. She's monotone. She's almost too smart for the show. It takes a one lawyer to know another one. She really does come in with these legal arguments. And I don't mean legal, I just mean like she really has arguments that a lawyer would have, which are great. She always proves and technically wins her point. But sometimes you just gotta loosen up and fight housewife style, not so logical. But regardless of that, I just think Meredith herself is over it. I get the Margaret Joseph's read from Meredith, where you're not gonna leave because you want the money. I get it, and no shade. But really, if we strip all this away, you're over it. I mean, Ashley Darby, I think, is over it. And by the way, no shade. I mean, who wouldn't be overdoing a job where you have to fight every day? And I mean, if you are smart, it does get kind of just dumb to talk about this shit all day. Although here I am, so what the hell? I mean, am I saying? I mean, I am very smart actually, and I talk about this 24/7. Again, don't meet me out for a drink from a dating app and talk about this. No, thank you. When I meet people, sometimes these guys are like, well, obviously that's a question you ask on a date. What do you do? So then when I tell them, they apologize. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know anything about pop culture or housewives. I'm like, oh, could we get fucking married? Could we actually get married? I'm like, do not apologize. Thank you. Let's talk about you. But I just think Meredith is over it. I mean, it's not just because she stormed out and got mad at Andy. I just see Meredith as being the one that is kind of the outlier. I love her. I love her, but and I love watching her. I just can't unsee it. I just feel she will be the first to go out of this OG group. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Mary left and came back. I get it, but just out of this, and Jen Shah's gone. But I just can't unsee that. That's that. Really, really quick before we turn it over to Juicy Joe. Harry Hamlin was on Watch What Happens, and did you see this with Kyle? And it came up. Well, two things came up. Has Lisa ever well, you know what? It's a whole conversation I want to have. So I'm not, I don't mean to do that to you guys. It's just a whole conversation. We'll save it. Let's just throw it over to Juicy Joe. Really, it's not even that important. Good season of Salt Lake. Those are my feelings on the reunion. Please don't come back, Jen Shah. I can't unsee Meredith as being the first one to leave, but not next season. I think everyone's coming back. Not sure about Brittany. And Lisa and Whitney made up. Yeah, they did kind of in their own way. I mean, they're all at Sundance. They were all just at Sundance together. And by the way, Heather Gay, all of my gays here in LA, I'm leaving today, thank God. I love LA, but I need to get the fuck out of here. 5 weeks is too long. But all the gays, girl, are playing your game at brunch. I'm telling you, I went to a brunch the other day and someone was like, everybody go to, I'm like, we are not sitting here and playing Heather Gay's game. Now, I don't really say bad things about people in my phone and my tech, kind of say things to your face. But I'm like, we're not sitting here and doing this. Although, isn't that a fun game? The gays love this. It's their new brunch game. Love you all. Here's Juicy Joe. And tomorrow we're doing Beverly Hills. Surprise check in on a Friday afternoon. Good luck on the fight, Juicy. Let's turn it over.